Okie pookakes, now that we know what even and odd means, let's look for patterns with even and odd. On page 17 of our Jump Math 2.2 books, we're going to complete the first part together. So here, I've already written it out just like they have up here on our Jump Math page, the first 6 questions. What they would like us to do is they want us to pair the objects up and write whether that number is even or odd. Here I have the number 1. 1 is all by himself, so lonely. So is 1 even or odd? 1 is odd. 1 is odd. There's no other smiley face for it to be paired with. So I'm going to write odd. Let's look at the next number. So here I have 1, 2, 2 smiley faces. Is 2 even or odd? Well, I can make these 2 into a pair. 2 is going to be an even number because they're in a group of 2. Let's look at the next one, 3. I have 1, 2, 3 smiley faces. Let's pair them up. So I can pair these 2 up together, but there's no one left for this smiley face to be paired with. 3 is going to be odd. Let's look at the number 4. I can pair these 2 up and I can pair these 2 up. There's nobody left out, so 4 is even. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's pair them up. 2, 2, and that smiley face has no one to be paired with. 5 is odd. And our last number, 6. Pair those 2, I can pair those 2, and I'll pair these 2. Is anybody left out? Nope, everyone is in a pair. 6 is even. Now let's see if we can find a pattern. 1 is odd, 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4 is even, 5 is odd, 6 is even. What's my pattern? My pattern is odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. I've written it down now, so it's just the words. 1 is odd, 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4 is even, 5 is odd, 6 is even. What do you think 7 is going to be? Do you think 7 is going to be odd or even? 7 is going to be odd. 6 is even. I know my pattern is odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. What comes after even? Odd. So 7 is odd. If 7 is odd, then 8 is going to be even. And if 8 is even, then 9 is going to be odd. And if 9 is odd, what about 10? 10 has to follow the pattern. 10 is going to be even. Now that we know which numbers are even and odd, at the bottom of page 17, they would like you to write O for odd if the number is odd, and E for even if the number is even. You're going to continue this pattern all the way down, and here it stops at 16. So you need to figure out what number comes after 16, what number comes after that, and then after that. Fill in those missing numbers. Then just fill in whether these are going to be odd or even. Remember the pattern. The pattern goes odd, even, just like how we did on the board here. Let's look at page 18 in our Jump Math 2.2 books. Up here, they've written the numbers from 1 to 20. They would like us to shade the even numbers and circle the odd numbers. Let's look at the number 1. Is 1 odd or even? Well, it's only 1, right? There's no other finger that I can pair it with. So 1 is going to be odd. Odd numbers we have to circle. Number 2. This finger has a buddy over here. We can make 2. So they're in a pair. We're going to shade the number 2. So shading just means to lightly color. 3. These two I can put into a pair, but then there's one finger left out. 3 is going to be odd. So just like how in the last page we found out that the pattern is odd, even, do I even need to do the rest with my fingers? I don't have to, because I already know what the pattern is. 4, I already know, is going to be an even number. These 2 fingers and these 2 fingers, I can pair them up. No finger is left out. This is going to be even. Even numbers I have to shade. So I'm just going to do the rest of these. I just finished circling my odd numbers and shading my even numbers. Odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, and I did it all the way to 20. Now let's look at what the next part of the question is asking. Write the ones digits of the shaded numbers. So remember, the shaded numbers were our even numbers. Write the ones digit of the shaded numbers. Extend the pattern. So extend means keep the pattern going. Let's see if we can figure out what the ones digits are of the shaded numbers. So here's a shaded number here. This is the number 2. 2 is a ones digit number. There's no other numbers here. So this is the last number and it's the only number. So let's write down 2. What comes after 2? Here I have 4. 4 is a ones digit, so I can just write 4. 6. 8. All right, number 10. So remember, the last digit is our ones number. So the last number in 10 is 0. So I'm going to write 0 here. What's the next shaded number? 12. Which number is in the ones place? It's the 2. The last number is our ones digit. 2, this one is 4, this one is 6, this one is 8, and the last number again is 0. What do you see? Do you see a pattern? 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. All of our even numbers have a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, and a 0. If you have a number and the last digit, which is the ones place, has one of these numbers in it, a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, or a 0, you will know right away that it is an even number. If you see a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, or a 0 in the ones place, then you will know right away that the number is even. Let's look at the odd numbers now. Write the ones digits of the circled numbers. The circled numbers were our odd numbers. Extend the pattern. All right, let me write the ones digits of our circled numbers. So the number 1, it's already in the ones place. 3, 5, 7, 9, So here I have 11. Remember, the last number is my ones place. So 1 again, 3 again, 5, 7, and 9. Now what numbers do we see? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. All of my odd numbers have a 1, a 3, a 5, a 7, or a 9 in the ones place. You will know a number is odd if it has one of these numbers in the ones place. The reason these patterns are really important to notice is so that you don't have to waste your time drawing a picture and pairing up all of the things. If you know that even numbers have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0 in the ones place, and odd numbers have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 in the ones place, you will just be able to figure out which numbers are even and odd without even having to draw a picture and pairing up your pictures. I didn't extend the pattern. I want you to try and do that part on your own. Make sure you write all of your ones digits and keep the pattern going for both of these questions. Then tell me, even numbers have ones digit blank, 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 or blank. So what numbers did we find in the ones place that all the even numbers had? Then the next one. Odd numbers have ones digit blank, 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 or blank. What numbers did we find in the ones place that all of the odd numbers had? Write your answer in here. On page 19 of our Jump Math 2.2 books, you will have to circle all of the even numbers and underline the odd numbers. They're giving you a hint right here at the top of the page. Even numbers have ones digit 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, just like how we learned on the previous page. Odd numbers have ones digit 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Now that we know which digits even numbers have in the ones place and which digits odd numbers have in the ones place, you should be able to figure out which of these numbers are even and which of these numbers are odd, just by knowing these hints up here. Try this page out and see how you do. Page 20 of our Jump Math 2.2 books. For the first part, it's asking you to write the next even number. So here's the number 56. What do you think is going to be the next even number? I've written this question on the board, 56, and what's going to be the next even number? What number comes after 56? Okay, I know 57 comes after 56. What comes after 57? 58. Let's look at the ones place. Remember, this is what's going to give us our clue. Which of these numbers is going to be my even number? 7 or 8? I know from doing the last two pages that 8 is an even number. So the next even number is going to be 58, not 57, because 7 is an odd number. Write the next odd number. Let's try this first example, 57. Now they want me to figure out what's going to be my next odd number. What comes after 57? 58. And after 58 is 59. I need to look at the ones place. So here I have an 8 and here I have a 9. Which of these is going to be my next odd number? I know 8 is an even number. My next odd number is going to be 9. So 59 is going to be the next odd number. Write the even number before. Here I have a line and then 26. Let's try this. So for this one, I need to count backwards. What number comes before 26? So I have 25. What number comes before 25? 24. I have to look at my ones place. What is going to be my even number before? Is it going to be 25 or 24? I know that my even numbers have a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, and a 0 at the end. 24 is going to be the even number that comes before 26. For the last one, it's asking for us to write the odd number that comes before. Let's do the first one. There's a line and then 79. Write the odd number that comes before, so we need to count backwards. What number comes before 79? 78. What number comes before 78? 77. I'm trying to look for the odd number. Always look in your ones place. So here I have an 8, here I have a 7. I know that 7 is my odd number, so the odd number that comes before 79 is going to be 77.